Is it recording? It's recording! Hi, it's me. Welcome to the podcast known as Blending the Family. I'm your host, Tommy Maloney, and we're driving. This is one thing I need to get out of the way first. This is one of those situations where I really feel for parents that have more than one child. And I am on my way to, Connor has a end of year event for both school or for academics and for sports. Well, ironically, just making sure no cars are coming. Ironically, so does Becca. And this sucks because I like when I can attend the kids' events, but this is a little disheartening because I'm missing out on Becca's. But you gotta support your kids as best. Well, and my wife, Ann, is obviously with Becca, but it's just weird that two schools in different towns, different school districts have an event the same night. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. And you're probably sitting there going, yes, you're an idiot. Well, how have you been? Just make sure. There we go. It's hot out today. Man, hot. It looks like it might rain, but I want to mow the yard. Sorry about the wind, because it's so hot. I'm not putting the AC on. Sorry, not putting the AC on for you. Yeah, it's like when I grew up with my mom, and one time, in the apartments we lived at when we first moved from Chicago to the burbs of Chicago in Highland Park, Illinois. If I ever hear you pronounce the S in Illinois, we might have words. Okay, just saying. But anyway, there was one time growing up in that apartment where my mom actually put on the air conditioner. And if you've ever been in the Midwest, and if you've ever been in a very humid, hot climate, and all you want to do is sit in a place that has air conditioning, and your mom says, nay, then you don't. So, anyway, it's not air conditioning weather right now for us in northern Colorado, but I got a free concert today. Yeah, free concert. We have new neighbors, and one of the guys, I think there's more than one family living in that house. Not to be suspicious, but he was out mowing the yard today, front and back, and apparently he likes country music, and he likes to sing along to the music. Not being a fan of that genre, even though part of my 10-year radio career I did work in country music. And we'll leave it at that. How's that? We will leave it at that. But as I was saying, how are you? How have you been? What's going on? I think we've had some really, really good guests. And it's been, and we're coming up, I don't know when I'm going to produce this. Maybe I'll put this out Sunday. Because on what is today? Today's Thursday. On Saturday, I have, whoa, hey. Yeah, that's a truck. Big truck. What is that? That's one of them Ford trucks. That's a big Ford truck. Yeehaw. No shotgun rack, but yeehaw. Anywho, On Saturday, one of my good friends, Scott C., is coming up to the home office. A guy in the Ford truck just cut off a couple of people. Good for you. Good for you, sir. Probably have a small window of opportunity. Anyway, my friend Scott C. is coming up. He is going to be a guest on the podcast. And I'm excited about this because if you heard the interview with my other dear friend, Brett, my friends call me Zachman, I really don't get these opportunities to just have one-on-one conversations with my friends. One of my podcasting heroes, Tim Ferriss, he does that. I mean, he's got friends that are in some of the same tech space, in the VC space, in the, what do you call it? The VC, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, venture capitalists, thank you. But this is, it was a lot of fun, and I have to do a part 2 with Zach. Have to do a part 2. But we're doing it where either he's coming to the home office or I'm going to him, because that fan, tell me about it. Tell me about it. That, wasn't that fan annoying? That was annoying. I love you, Zach, but come on. Time to upgrade the computer, I guess. I don't know. But, so Scott C. is coming to the home office. We're going to record. And I'm excited about this because there's no real agenda. So, you know, Scott's just a buddy of mine. And I don't know what we're going to talk about. Or let me rephrase it. I don't know what we did talk about, since this is going to be produced at a later date. And it's really cool. But the one thing I do know about Scott, and the one thing that I'm, all right. Well, let's say, all right, so there's a couple things. How's that? All right. Let me rewind it. There are a couple things I know about Scott. Number one is, there are three things I know about Scott, and that will pertain or have pertained to the interview. Number one, parents are divorced. Number two, has a bit of a strange relationship with his dad, but his mom is a romance novelist, writer. Romance novelist? Does that make sense? She writes romance novels. And I'm excited to talk to him about that, because he's told me a story or two about his mom using real life situations. So we're going to definitely, or hopefully I have definitely gone into that. So again, I look forward to getting that podcast out. And like I said, I don't know what direction we're going to go into. I know that we've already talked about adult beverages. We've talked about adult beverages. And I told them I can't do beer anymore. So if you want to be a wine sponsor on the show, please. What was it? Here's what I'm looking for in a sponsor. Here's what I'm looking for. Okay. It's got to be all about what can you do for moi, for the Tommy. So, number one, I would love to have a wine sponsor. I don't know if that's possible. Well, NPR they do a wine thing. I think they talked about their wine on NPR. Okay, so I love chocolate. So maybe, like, I don't know, Hershey's could be a sponsor. I love hoodies. Love hoodies. I think that's the official wardrobe of solo/entrepreneurs is the hoodie. I love hoodies. Coffee. Love drinking coffee. Coffee sponsor. Coffee mug. And that's something I've been working on, actually. Is I can't remember the name of the company that I started designing some blending the family t-shirts and hoodies and coffee mugs, and I need to get a couple of samples to make sure that the logo. I'm not a what do you call it? When they, I'm taking a Udemy class on this. Oh my gosh, why do I get dumber when I put a microphone in my headset, in my head? It'll come to me. But anyway, so get ready. We're going to start selling some t-shirts and coffee mugs, hopefully in the near future. Sign up for the newsletter before I forget that. blendingfamily.com. Go there, sign up for the newsletter. You can also leave comments. I've been playing around with the website, and I've been playing around with MailChimp, so that's been fun. Learning. Yes, sir, you're in the wrong lane. Oh, good. Ford guy's in front of me. Awesome. Anyway, want to give a shout out to this company I've been working with, and I don't mean to be just here. Oh, good. Ford guy's leaving me. Good. Turning. Please turn. Please. Yeah. All right. Anyway, maybe one day there'll be a sponsor, but the CEO of this company, the company, you might have heard me talk about this before, it's called The Job Helpers. And the CEO of the company, Chewy, because I can't pronounce his first name, he's been letting me do some things like video on his Facebook page of talking about like soft skills and talking about one of the latest ones I did was called waiting versus creating. And what that meant was, instead of, for example, you send a resume out to the deep, dark hole of HR. Well, there's steps. Stop doing that. Stop sending out resumes. What I recommend is you hop your happy hips onto LinkedIn, find that company, find people that might be linked with your network, see if they can introduce you to somebody within that company, and then reach out to that person, and then ask that person first to connect with them. And I know when I first did the Walking While Podcasting, I talked about LinkedIn, and this is where you would customize the message to that other person. Instead of using that generic message, you change it, you customize it. Don't come off spammy. Just speak from the heart, be authentic. But that's part of this waiting versus creating, is that you send your resume out through one of those third parties and you never hear back. Matter of fact, back in February, I sent a resume to a business. I'm not going to mention the name of the business. But that was February. This is May. I just got a rejection email. And I was like, no big deal. I've got better things to do. I got more important things to do, and that is serving others and helping others. And again, going back to my buddy Chewy and the job helpers. So he's letting me we're doing like 2 videos, I think right now, 2 videos a week of how to help your LinkedIn profile, how to stay happy, stay positive while you're going through looking for a job, looking for those opportunities. And I'm excited. I'm get to be part of a startup that is doing really well. And it's a resume writing business, but there's more to it. Like I said, he's letting me do let me roll up the windows. He's letting me do some video content for him, and I'm doing coaching for him for some of his customers. So it's been a lot of fun. And the job helpers, thejobhelpers.com. So yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited about being part of an opportunity to help others that way. And quite honestly, I get to make a little money. Let's just put it out there. Yeah. Tommy likes his wine. What can I say? And so there you go. I think that was really, I'm trying to think. I think I just wanted to just say, hey, jump on as I was driving to the boys' event tonight. And I hope you enjoy not only the conversations as of late, but that was one of the things I was talking about, is that since I relaunched the podcast, it's been over a year now, and we're getting close to our 100th, and I need to start putting together a special podcast anniversary of the 100th episode. That's not going to take long. Not. But that's cool. That's cool. And, yeah. I'm trying to think. This is funny because you've heard me say this a bunch of times. I'm at home, I'm playing this in my head, what I want to talk about, and things come up, and then as soon as I get in the car, I forget things. Well, as of today, as of now, I don't understand cars, okay? I don't understand cars. All I know is where gasoline goes into the car, where oil goes, how to check oil. I wish I could put windshield wiper fluid in my car, but there's a hole in that what do you call that thing? Reservoir, I guess. So there's a hole in that thing. Don't have the money to fix it just yet. But the engine light isn't on. It comes on, comes off, comes on, comes off. So that's odd. That's strange. I like when it's not on. I know the car needs fixed to be fixed. And that's why I need to, promote the coaching. Let me run you through a 3-month coaching program, and you can help me get my car fixed. How grateful will I be after that? I'll be super grateful. I'll be ecstatic. If we do it, like face to face, I'll give you a hug, or I'll give you a virtual hug, whatever it takes. Okay, whatever it takes. So, all right. I think I've said enough. I've said way too much, and I really want to give you an update on the book. I'm going to wait on the book. Oh my gosh, that's just been a nightmare. June newsletter, big announcement. So sign up for the newsletter. I'll tell you that right now. June newsletter. I will tell you, big, major announcement. June newsletter. Sign up. blendingthefamily.com. I'll also say, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to just say June newsletter. You get to read a major announcement about the book. My Dad's Advice at 5:04 a.m., including possibly a new video for the book. If everything falls into place in the next 48 hours, the June newsletter will tell you about that. And I think one of the things I want to do for the June newsletter is go a little bit more in depth with one of the podcasts, talk about that. So there you go. All right. Go to jobhelpers.com if you need any help on your LinkedIn profile. blendingfamily.com, sign up for the newsletter, coaching, and just super excited. Get to see the boy. This is, okay, maybe I'm not done yet, but, so with hockey season, I get to see Connor pretty much every single weekend. Baseball season, I got to see him twice a week. Not counting the every other weekend that I have him. And now with baseball season being over, because he played high school baseball and they had a shorter season, I don't get to see him as much. So I was like, I get to see him. This is great. But at the same time, I feel bad. It's the Catholic guilt in me that I'm missing out on Becca's event tonight. But you gotta do what you gotta do as a parent. Gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, I've seen parents, bouncing from one sporting event to another sporting event. It's rough. So there you go. That's it. Super excited. Just things are happening, and I want things to happen for you as well. And I hope that you get a lot out of listening to this podcast. I hope you get a lot out of just the guests. Please support the guests as best you can. Why are we stopping? Go. There's no... Oh, my gosh. And you just made an illegal turn, too. Okay. Anyway. All right. That's it. I'm going to focus on driving right now. And you remember, as my new friend... Well, it's not my friend yet, but eventually, one day, he will be. As Terry Crews would say, just remember, your success is my success.